President Aquino tonight formally launched the country's hosting of the 2015 Leaders Summit and related meetings of the Asia-Pacific Economic Cooperation, or APEC. The kickoff ceremony was hosted by the Department of Trade in Makati City. Adding details from Ignacio.
President Aquino signals the start of the Philippines' preparations to host the Asia-Pacific Economic Cooperation Summit next year. In a kick-off ceremony held in Makati City, the President unveils the APEC 2015 official logo to formally launch the country's hosting of the annual World Leaders Summit. In his speech, the Chief Executive said that Philippines is ready to show to the world that this is the best time to invest in the country.
Southeast Asia in particular has been identified as one of the world's most promising regions. It is for this reason that the Philippines has chosen to orient this year's APEC towards making certain that this growth has tangible effects on the lives of all our peoples. This explains our theme, building inclusive economies, building a better world. I am confident that with our country's remarkable turnaround in recent years, our story and our experiences can certainly enrich the discussions on this topic. Since our administration took office, the Philippines has undergone a significant transformation. Guided by the belief that an empowered private sector is the best engine for growth, we have worked in constant pursuit of a macroeconomic environment more conducive for investments. Today, the major fiscal foundations are in place and will help to attract even more businesses to set up shop and expand in the Philippines. The world's major credit ratings agencies have manifested their confidence in us by unanimously granting us investment-grade ratings last year. We have reason to believe that there is more to come.
APEC Philippines will focus on attaining inclusive growth by enhancing SMEs as well as to achieve economic regional integration. As founding member, the country is committed to facilitate dialogue to sustain economic growth and development among member economies.
Today, we see a stark change as investments continue to flow in, widening the horizon of opportunities, empowering our domestic consumer base, and helping us grow more resistant to shocks in the global economy. Of course, true success cannot be measured by these numbers and distinctions alone. Rather, it can be seen in how these gains have become meaningful to our people. After all, the only real growth is inclusive growth, which has been the North Star of all our government's initiatives.
Nearly 20 years since the Philippines hosted APEC. APEC ministerial meetings will be held in Legazpi in Albay, Clark, Pampanga, Bagak, Bataan, Boracay, Bacolod, Iloilo, Tagaytay, and Cebu. The first APEC 2015 meeting will be held next week in Legazpi City, where APEC senior officials will gather for the APEC Informal Senior Official Meeting, or ISOM.
We have turned the corner. We have won back the recognition, the respect, and the confidence of the global community. This 2015, visitors from APEC economies will witness for themselves the vibrancy of an inclusive and growing nation. In Manila and beyond, they will have the opportunity to experience locations around our country that largely contribute to the dynamism and rich culture of the Philippines. They will encounter our greatest resource, our people, who are kind, compassionate, and talented beyond measure, and they will see for themselves an archipelago connected through a web of inclusiveness. As the clamor for progress that leaves no one behind resounds the world over, the Philippines has the opportunity to set a global example of inclusivity this year. We are rising and will continue to rise to that challenge. Thus, I call on everyone here, let us show the best of our country and what it has to offer. Let us all strive to continue being a prominent example of how economic growth should be. Let us work together to show how we are building inclusive economies and thus building a better world. Thank you. Good evening.
For the People's Television, Ignacio.